Captain Paul here aboard this 4788, and today we're going to attempt an oil change. I've never changed oil on a 4788 Bayliner, and now that I got my center floorboard cut out, I'm going to attempt it. But before we do that, and the big reason I want to do this quick little video here is the owner has chose to do oil samples, and let me show you real quick how that's done and how we did it on this boat. When you can have a surveyor do this, you can do it yourself, especially for you guys looking to buy a new boat and you want to pull the oil samples. You can actually do it yourself. So the first thing we did is we called a company called Blackstone. We didn't call them, we emailed them, and we told them that we needed 5 kits. These kits, they send them to you, they're absolutely free. They won't charge you anything for the kit. And then you just put your samples in here. There'll be a little bottle in here. This is what it looks like when you open the little can up. You'll have this little bottle in here, and so that's one that doesn't, just unscrew the lid. You get that, you pull that out of there, and then you'll have to mark each one. I just mark on the outside, but then there's a little tag that I'll put on there, because typically there's 5 holes in a boat that you want to do. You want to do your main engines, your gears, which is your transmission basically, and your generator. So you'll have to order 5 of these kits. See here, I ordered had the owner of this boat order the little kit to the pump to pull out the oil, and we pull it out right out from the dipstick right here. Now how you do that, I'll show you real quick here. You have to buy new tubing. You can pick that tubing up at Home Depot. So let me show you real quick how that's done. So you just stick the tube in here. You go about 2 inches past right there, and then you just turn that valve right here. Then I put my cup, I unscrew that, I put this in, put that on there tight, and then I slide this down the dipstick. I'll take a pair of scissors and I'll cut this to the length. That one's pretty long. I've already pulled that sample, and you have to have a new line on here every single time, because if you don't, then you'll have contaminated oil going into your cup here, and you want the oil that's coming out of each gear. So every single time you have to change this line. Just a little tip for you guys. Typically, when you hire a surveyor, they'll charge you $50 a hole to do this. You can do it yourself for about 20 bucks is what I think they charge, $18, $19. But then you also have to buy this pump. You can buy this pump. You can do all of this at your local cat dealership too. The local cat dealership will sell this pump right here. Pump's about 40 bucks. All right, guys, since we're doing oil changes today, one of the things that I want to do to this 4788 is I want to add the quick change oil plug. So it's you have to change the drain plug on the boat. And the reason you do that is so that I can add a hose to it that will connect to some type of a pump like this, an extraction pump, and then you just use a few valves and you can remove oil from any of your engines. You can hook it up to your gears, you can hook it up to your generator. I had it on the Hatteras. I freaking loved it. And then you can, instead of using one of these extraction pumps like this, a manual one, you can do it all automatically by just switching some valves. But you have to, while I've got the oil out of the engine, one of the things I'm doing is I'm going to put new drain plugs in here. And I found this drain plug. That was not an easy task. Let me show it to you. This is for the Cummins, and I'll show you a picture here of the exact valve that this is for the Cummins. But that has a little valve on there, and I can put a little 3/8 inch hose on there, and then I can connect that to the pump. So this is what it looks like. This is the port engine. It's done. Let me show you what. See right there, that is my standard drain plug for the boat, and so you have to remove that, put the new one in. So while we have the oil out of the boat, we're going to go ahead and change those. I may not necessarily hook up the whole system this time. If I have time, I will. But if not, at least it's done, so that when if anybody ever changes oil on here again, they can extract their oil right here from the drain plug. All right, guys, this is for your DIY guys. Thank you so much. The biggest struggle I had with that was finding the damn drain plug. That was not an easy task. It was like I was talking in a different language or something like that. But eventually I went to 3 different places. I thought an auto parts store, something like that, but if you don't know, you need to know your thread. So I pulled the drain plug, I took it with me, but nobody could even figure out the thread until finally I went over to a company here as a Boater's Warehouse here in Gulf Shores, and they had they actually had one in stock. I need another one to do the starboard engine, so we'll get that and get that done. Anyway, make sure you guys hit that hit that like and subscribe. Also, I want to hear in the comments, is your boat done? Do you have your automatic? Do you pull your own oil samples? Let's hear in the comments what you guys do and how you recommend it. Anyway, peace out. Thank you guys. Remember, live life with no regret. I do. And thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it.